Hello everyone, welcome to another ride with the Everyday Zwifter. Today we're having a look at the Neokyo Badge Hunt Series Stage 4, which is the Temples and Towers route. It's one of the longer ones in Yumezi, 33.3 kilometres plus short lead-in. It's a very popular series, 190 in this particular race. Not being a race as such, it wasn't quite as hot off the start as you might find. Some people are still pretty keen. I wasn't sure what I was doing. Just happy to sit somewhere around threshold power. Just looking for the right kind of group that I can sit with and ride along with, race along with. As soon as you see a gap behind though, you think, well, maybe I need to move forward. Always faster, easier, more fun, more interesting to ride in a group. So I put some watts down, see if I can keep up with someone. But because I was at the front of the race, front of the ride, on the start line, there's going to be plenty of faster riders come through. A nice little group here. And the legs just weren't feeling like going much faster today. I should have tacked onto this group as well, but riding at nearly 4 watts a kilogram felt a bit much for a start. I don't think I had a very good warm-up. Good warm-ups really help you get moving. As you can see on the mini-map though, there's plenty of riders behind and there's bound to be a good group in there somewhere. And this is a new route, I'm not familiar with it at all. And so, as it turns out, surely it's not really important that you get in a group at the start because it all blows up on the rooftop comm. So this group comes through and then I'm looking at the board thinking, there's not many that close behind me. Maybe I need to catch up to this group. But it's pretty bad decision to leave it this late, so I just put in a quick sprint to get up to speed and then slowly work my way up to them. So this first couple of kilometres are what not to do. How to not start a race. Anyway, so I'm on the wheels now. And then all of a sudden we hit this 4% gradient. And it's all going pear-shaped already. It's all stretching out and there's a huge bunch of people coming up from behind. And I didn't really have to do that after all. But I did blow some cobwebs out, so now we feel like we can go a bit faster and find a group worth hanging with. And we get to this point and I think, well, now or never. I'm at the end of this group. Do I drop back? No. As soon as I decide that though, we're on the rooftop comm. And it all changes again. As I said, the legs weren't feeling super today, so keeping up with this group wasn't the easiest. And just when you think you're catching up to someone, they're the ones dropping back and the group's still ahead. At least you get a little drafting respite for a few seconds. Nothing like a challenge to get you going, hey? So here we are, we've caught onto them at last. We won't just catch on, we'll go on through a little bit and make sure we're right in the heart of the group. Interesting course, the Neokyo ones, and this one right up on the rooftops. No guardrails. I assume it's some kind of train track. Very unnatural, interesting. See how long it keeps us all enthused, eh? Oh, we're just about getting to the top. And our group is splitting up and stretching out. A few people stretching off the front to go through the comm banner. And I know going downhill on this one is better in a group to get some draft. And it's not dead flat down, there's a lot of bits where it flattens out to 2%, so you can't super tuck all the way down. The groups are definitely the way to go. And this Jung just out there in front by a second or two. He's my man, I want his wheel. So I'm trying to work with these two other guys to catch his wheel. There we go, we've caught the draft. Now we're on. See how many others we can catch now. Second super tuck, I'm not sure why, but nearly dropped the wheels of my group. I managed to just get back on. Probably not worth super tucking going down that one. They've been caught by another group now, so there must be decent riders. Let's sped our group up a little bit as we combine. So if we can stick together, this is a good sized group to complete a ride in. Enough people to rotate through taking turns if you want to go fast. I did love the Neokyo kit that they gave us for these rides that we unlocked as we completed all 4 stages. But every time I looked at them, I always thought it was a rider with a long blonde ponytail from a distance. Or who's the girl? Oh no, that's the kid. Last bit of the downhill from the rooftop, and then we make our way out of town. Japanese rider there with the name Yumezi. Looks like itchy nose. But I looked it up and it is a real surname, not just poking fun. Not sure how this rider 9 escaped off the front of the group, but they did. So just taking a few turns to bring them back, spoil their fun. No, not really. Always a challenge to catch up to the next person, isn't it? Seen those blonde ponytails yet? So Temple and Towers route, it's got 3 King of the Mountains as part of it, so I have gone for more of a real all-rounder setup when the bikes today. I've gone for the Canyonero road because it climbs a bit better than the Cervelo S5 that I had. Although I think this is after it got nerfed with its gear upgrade, which made it heavier. So it would have been better with a different bike probably in the end. But in theory, I was going for my lighter bike and the Zip 454 wheels, which are good all round, is good for these flat sections, but not bad for climbing as well. Always good to know your route, so that helps you choose your equipment. If you're going out to Zwift, of course, you can go full climbing gear. Something like a Tarmac Pro bike frame and NV 3.4 lightweight wheels. Not many riders around us now on the mini-map. The fast ones are gone and the slow ones are behind. Some from that group at 35 seconds though do manage to catch up over some of the mountains, and composition of the groups change a little bit by the time we get to the end. Everyone's liking their groups they're riding with, so always makes for a good Zwifting experience. First little hilly section up through the castle. Group's getting split into two at the moment, but it's going to all come back together. And as we continue on up this hill, 4, 5, 6% now, and dangling a bit at the back, managed to get back on. And they all speed up again, and I'm nearly in danger of getting dropped. Managed to find some speed here. Sometimes I'm not sure what Jung was doing, whether it feels like he was waiting for me, then he'd speed up again. Good training ride for him, probably. Beautiful scenery in Japan. Have been there, and it does remind me of a lot. They've recreated the world quite well, even though this is not real and not a real place. Their representation of Japan is quite good. So it was the first hilly bit. Now there's another flat section where if you're a heavier rider with a few more watts in those legs, this is your chance to shine and catch up, and for your chance to catch up to any of those lightweight climbers who zipped off the front going up those hills. So the larger group has caught up to these two riders again, pulled them back in just in time to go bush. And this is where my legs said, hey, no, I'm not doing any more 4 watt a kilogram climbs. I'm happy to sit at 2.5. Thank you. Okay, closer to 3 then. It's one of those things where, because it's a group ride and not a race, you're willing to just take it that a bit easier, and you put yourself in a race, you just seem to find that a little bit extra, and you go a little bit harder for a little bit longer. Big gate reminds me of a temple in Nara. Just pop the feather, try and get onto the wheel of this rider. Interesting to watch the riders behind you come to the last climb and watch them put the watts out. Oh my gosh. Coming from 30 seconds behind, by the time we get to the top, they're going to close it all the way down. Few flatter sections on this climb. Not really a chance for respite though, just a chance to go faster. And you get back onto the gradients where you got to tough it out. First couple from the next group on the road have come past me. I can see the top of the climb, so I figured, okay, I want to grab their wheels. They look like they're going to go down fast. And Normand is out of here, setting personal bests and 5 kilogram efforts over the line. Lucky me, I've got a feather and I'm about to go down. Draft to be lovely. All right, next rider, Woolhouse, you're my man. See if we can catch someone else. At the time I was thinking surely 2 of us can catch up to Podmore. He's only doing 1.5, 2.7 watt a kilogram. Surely the 2 of us can catch up. But nope. Did not. So if you haven't caught someone by the top of that descent, it's going to be really hard to catch them by the bottom. So the 2 of us are closing it down, just 1 second out of Podmore. Yates is hanging on to 2 seconds behind us. So we're all fairly close. Used the feather on a slight gradient, and then it didn't get replaced and got darned XP again. Just watch this little bit here. Coming up, Woolhouse goes into a super tuck. And I power up the hill, and because he went uphill, he dropped back 20 metres in a second. And I think Podmore might have done something similar, so I was able to power onto his wheel. I'm not sure what happened. I think Woolhouse puts in a bit of reverse here, and all of a sudden, whoosh, he's back up. And he's brought Yates with him, so now we're a group of 4, which is nice. 4 Aussies on the chase on the ride home. 5.7 kilometres to go. Heading back to Neokyo. Got another rider out in front now, a couple of seconds. That's our target to try and catch next. And keep an eye on the group behind, they're only 3 seconds. And they desperately want to catch up to us. And I desperately don't want them to, so I'm trying to catch up to Normand in front of us, so we're a bigger groups go faster. We've made the catch. I'm going to skip ahead now. Mount Fuji, has made the jump across to our group. Giggs got within about 10 metres and then dropped back again. So close, hard effort. And now we're back in Neokyo. 1 kilometre to go. And it's going to come down to a final sprint. It's going to be flat the whole way. Nearly lost the group here at the 5 metres. And in the back of my mind there's 2 further up at 4 or 5 seconds as well. Always looking ahead. 0.5 kilometres to go. Got my turn at the front, drop into the back. It's a good place to sprint from. Power-ups are starting to go. I didn't get one, of course. I've drifted to the front and taken off, but what I didn't notice was Woolhouse had popped his draft, and he's got some watts as well. So I can't drop him, can't shake him. Can I hold him out? No, here he comes. Well, I've got one rider, right? Hang on, instant replay. Look at the orange arrow pointing to the meters, 0, and I hadn't caught up. 0 meters is well before this fluoro arch. So a bit of discrepancy in the finish line there. I don't know if they'll fix that, but something to be aware of if you ever race the Temple and Towers route. Definitely an all-rounder bike setup, fair bit of climbing, 321 meters. Over 33.4 kilometres. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned a bit more about Temple and Towers route in Yumezi world. See you on the next ride. Bye bye.